Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. आप सभी ज्ञानी लोग हो, सबको ज्ञान बांटने वाले, और मैं हूँ छोरा गंगा किनारे वाला। अब आपको मैं क्या बता सकता हूँ, लेकिन एक बात पक्की है, आप लोगों को कुछ बता करके कन्विंस करते हो, हम लोगों को बता करके कंफ्यूज करते हैं। Confusion is like a vaccine that makes you think twice. If you are convinced that you are miserable, nobody can help you. But if you are confused, really I am miserable or not, then you will start thinking. देखो, और ये जो बात है, ये आपके प्रोफेशन के लिए सबसे महत्व की बात है। ये बात स्पष्ट समझ लो। हमने भी स्कूल चलाई है और उसमें कोई 2-2,500 बच्चे थे और हम वहाँ के मुखिया थे, और इंग्लिश मीडियम थी स्कूल। तो जितने भी बच्चे थे उनको, ये बहुत ही भारी है, मैं हार गया हूँ। तो जितने भी बच्चे थे उनको मेरे कमरे में कभी भी आने के लिए अलाउड था। All children can approach me anytime, anywhere they want. That was the thing. अच्छा. And I was sitting in my office, and there I learned so many things, particularly from children. Children are the best teachers in the world. So, 2 kids came, one boy and a girl, maybe primary 1 or 2 like that. And there was one parent sitting also, husband, wife, they also sang. So they came with a very anger and mood and all that. I said, look here, my priority is my kids. You have to wait or get out. Then the kids started telling, स्वामी जी देखो ना, ये लड़का जो है ना मेरी चोटी हमेशा खोल देता है। तो लड़का कहता है, ये मुझे आके लात मारती है रोज। So when they were fighting, complaining about each other, then I said, okay, I heard. Now tell me, what is our medium of instruction? English. I said, very good. Now you complain about him in English, and you complain about her in English. Now both of them looking at each other. स्वामी जी दोस्ती हो गई. Don't solve the problems, dissolve the problems in life. We try to solve the problems. There is not a single problem in this world which can be perfectly solved. There is only one way, dissolve the problem. देखो महाराज, कितनी सरल बात है. तो बच्चे चले गए. Thank you स्वामी जी. I said, wait a minute, because you are good children, one chocolate. Happy, went away. Children are happy with small little things. We are happy. What is there to be happy? देखो, दुखी रहो फिर. Nobody can make you happy in this world. Remember, God told me, He failed. And you try to make others happy. You cannot. See, friends. So, the kids were happy, they went away. Now, this couple who came to meet me with a lot of anger and all that. This is not the right way to deal with the children. I said, okay, you tell me the right way. When they are complaining in Hindi, why did you insist that they should talk in English? I said, what is the medium of instruction here? He said, English. Then they must fight also in English. Not only that, they must laugh also in English. See? But is it not our Rashtra Bhasha is Hindi? Why they should talk? I said, if you have that thing, your kids are here, take them and put them in Rashtra Bhasha school. What I have to do here, you are not appointed as an advisor. Take your kids away, make them Hindi. See, friends. Therefore, it is necessary for us to be clear about what we are doing at a given period of time. We should be clear. You know, you have heard this mantra before I began my talk. We call it as a happy mantra. And in that there is one particular statement. Wherever I am, whenever I am, whatever I am, I shall be 100%. Now take this mantra with you. Where are you? You are in the school. What are you? Either as a teacher or administrative staff. When you are in the school. So where you are, when you are, what you are. Be 100%. You can never be disturbed. See how simple it is. But what happens? We are here and worried about the house and the mother-in-law, and this will continue. Mother-in-laws are born to torture the daughter-in-laws. So don't bring her here. See? Then to make them little comfortable in their school, I said, on every Saturday, I will be taking a Gita class for you. And during that period, higher class students will take care of the lower class classes. But Swamiji, I said, I am not asking you whether you want or not. I am dictating you. I am going to do this. No choice is the best choice. Give yourself no choice, you will be always happy. The more you choose, the more miserable you are. How simple it is. Like Pankaj ji has told me, Swamiji, you have to come and talk here. I said, okay. But you have to talk in Hindi because they don't understand English. See? But when this Amma started talking in English, I felt relaxed. Koi to hai. So we started. And there were teachers from all over the country, South Indians, North Indians, Gujaratis, then Punjabis, all teachers. And what happened? After my talk is over, I said, look here, now you have to make notes on what I spoke, not taking any other commentary. And you have to write the shlok that we have studied in Sanskrit. And then you write what you have understood in English. So one lady, I still remember her name. Her name was Ganga from South India, Tamilian. Swamiji, I have never written, I don't want to write. I said, who asked you whether you want to write or not? This is my order, you have to write. And she started, but I said, there is no butting. You have to write, you have to write. Now, ladies have got a strong armor. Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Prayagraj. But I am very clear, I don't get dissolved in tears. So, it started. And things were going every Saturday. After about 5-6 months, then I took her notebook and I told everybody. I said, look here, I am showing you something. First day, this teacher has written the Sanskrit shloka and what she want to write in English. English was beautifully written. Sanskrit, like children writes here and there, she wrote. And this is on the first day when she revolted. And now this is after 6 months. so neat and clean as if it was a printed one. See, we all have these notions. We cannot do. We can. We should. We must. Bring out the best in you. It is possible. See? Otherwise, we start with a negative note. Pata nahi, main kar paunga. You can. See, friends, there is nothing impossible in this world. In this manner, now be attentive, when our thinking process is corrected, all the problems of our life get dissolved. Erroneous thinking is the mine of problems. The moment you stop this wrong thinking pattern, you are at peace with yourself. Very simple. And you know all, every day one or two teachers, they just don't come to the school because they also got the authority that I was not well and my mother-in-law was not dying, so I was busy with her, all these things. Now you can't stop that. See? I hope there are not mother-in-laws here. See? So when the teachers don't come in, suddenly there is a vacuum. Now who will take that class? So I used to see whichever teacher is free that particular period, I used to tell, Mama, you go and take the class. So there was one teacher, I used to tell her more number of times. She went, Swamiji, every time you only tell me to take the classes. Others you don't tell. I said, okay, I'm sorry. I stopped her calling for anything. And then everybody was coming to me, talking, getting the work done, getting the scolding, getting love, everything. See? But she was absolutely not told anything. Like this function is there. I will tell, hey, you come and do this thing. So she will come and do. Other one, hey, you come and get this thing. But when she is concerned, not at all involved in any activity, then she started feeling. One day she said, Swamiji, you are not telling me anything. I said, no, Mama, you told me I am giving you too much of work, therefore I extended profuse apologies, so I will not trouble you anymore. Then she started crying. I said, your crying doesn't help me. I don't, when Amma told me, Swamiji, you will never get heart attack. I said, why? You don't have a heart. I said, I don't get disturbed. Then I told her, I said, Mama, remember one principle in life. It's very simple. Principle is, for example, if I had to get something done, or if you had to get something done, to whom will you approach? A person who is capable of doing that job, who is willing of doing that job, and who is doing it cheerfully and happily. To such a person we go, is it not? So the more the work comes to you, your recognition that you are capable. Don't condemn. Too many things, I have to do everything. Useless. These complaint boxes are good for nothing. They say, see? Recognize your own potentiality. See? And this will keep you busy. The more the busy you are, healthier you remain. We all suffer, never because of shortage of time. We all suffer because of excess of time. Now your experience, I'll tell you, your experience. When the schools are closed or during this corona period also, you are at home. Were you not getting bored looking at the same dumb husband and wife all the time? The best period, but the best time of your day is when you are with my children here, is it not? Recognize this. To be among the children is the only way to grow young. But then don't start teaching children. Here, do they have got the primary and Montessori, etc.? Okay. Now, this I'll tell you, protect yourself from this. In Bombay, there is one a retired teacher. She was a Montessori teacher or whatever, very nice. And she attended some of my lectures on a regular basis. And one day she called me. Swamiji, how are you? So I replied, Mamaji, I am perfectly all right. Why are you talking like this? I said, because you talk to me like that. When you keep on talking to the kids in this tone, when you start talking to the children in this manner, slowly you don't know to whom you are talking. You talk in the same note. Therefore, we have to do our job at the perfect way. But don't get entangled in that. Keep your identity clear of this role that you are playing. Otherwise, what happens? A person who is a grown-up, who has been ruling, like you people are ruling the children. I am not telling ruining, you are ruling the children. So, slowly that becomes your second nature. You want to tell somebody, you want to rule on somebody. See? There is one event, this Shah Jahan and Aurangzeb. Shah Jahan was put, in house arrest. So, he told his son Aurangzeb that, look here, give me some kids, children. I will teach them Quran and have the madrasa. So the son accepted. Okay, gave 100 children to him. Now see what we have to learn. He was a king, a ruler. And that ruler was house arrested, nothing to rule. See, he was getting frustrated. So he wanted to rule somebody. In the same manner, when you are teachers, we have to teach the children. But then don't bring out the same thing when you are in your daily life. Don't start teaching the husband. Don't start teaching the wife. This is called as Ashakyanushthan. You know Ashakyanushthan? Impossible undertaking. A wife cannot be taught and a husband will never understand. But this is how the jhagda begins. Dekho Maharaj. Therefore, if this is acceptable to your management, try this. Have every Saturday one class only for the staff and students, teachers, and let nice talk be done. Maybe Gita is the best thing. And then slowly you will see complete atmosphere of the school changes. Because what you are depends on what kind of thoughts we entertain. If we are a negative person, everywhere we will be frustrated. See? And therefore, one more important principle about this I will tell you. Whatever we do, nobody needs us. Remember this. See? Suppose some of you, any teacher or staff member, becomes angry. हम छोड़ के चले जाएंगे, go. Nobody is indispensable in this world. देखो, जब हम नहीं थे इस दुनिया में, तो किसी चीज की कमी थी क्या? जब हम छोड़ के चले जाएंगे, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला. बट अहंकार विमूढ़ात्मा करता हम इति मन्यते. लेकिन हमारा ऐसा होता है कि जैसे मेरे ही कारण पूरी दुनिया चल रही है. इसका आप अपने जीवन में उतारने का एक टेक्निक आपको बताते हैं. देखो, जो भी हम करते हैं, यदि किसी पर उपकार करने के लिए कर रहे हैं, जो भी हम करते हैं, we are obliging somebody, then we will be doing the same thing in a wrong way. And what will be that wrong way? We will have lot of expectations. I have done so much for him, for her, but now see, who asked you? One of the mantras, who asked you? So, whatever we do in life, it is our need. See? But if we have that notion, because of me this is happening, then it is true, but you will suffer. Therefore, when like I have come over here, now Pankaj is coming regularly for the talks. Now coming here is my need first and then your need, I know about it. Why? Because if today I am not able to have loud thinking, then I will be watching the movies and I will be eating and sleeping. But now today I know I have to go here and talk. Naturally, I am happy because I can serve to the best of my capacity. It's so important it is. In this manner, slowly, when we become oriented in this line of thinking, जो भी हम कर रहे हैं इसकी आवश्यकता किसी को नहीं, हम किसी को देते हैं, the receiver is more important than the giver. This I learned from a child. I told you children are my gurus, you are all of course. One child chanted 15th chapter of Gita perfectly well in a group, not one mistake, steady, like the children do here and there, and like this eyes, nothing. We were very steady, calm and quiet, he chanted perfectly. So I said, hey, you are a genius, come here. And I had a chocolate that day, today I don't have. Chocolate, and gave it to him. I said, hey, take this chocolate for you. He was so cool. He said, no, I don't want. So why? Mummy told, don't eat chocolates. So I don't eat. Give it to somebody. Say, you give. I don't want. That day I discovered the receiver is more important than the giver. But we have that arrogance. I am teaching the students. They don't need. There are great genius people who were never taught by any teacher. See? Therefore, when we take this as our need, so we are coming to the school as a teacher or a staff, it is our need. And whenever we do anything with this attitude, we will have humility. He who has got humility, he will never be humiliated. हमको जब लगता है ना अब मेरा अपमान हो रहा है तो फिर दुखी होते हैं. अब और वन मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग, whenever you are hurt, whenever you are miserable, you have a very strong ego. See? Very important principle. More vulnerable we are to the insults and frustration, strongest is the ego. Less we are vulnerable, weak is the ego. God has no ego, therefore all happiness. See? ये सब हमको अपनी ही भलाई के लिए करना है. और ये करते करते एक दिन आपको ये बात समझ में आएगी कि हम इस दुनिया में सीखने के लिए आए हैं. जैसे स्कूल में बच्चे आते सीखने के लिए आते, हम भी इस दुनिया में सीखने के लिए आए. क्या सीखना है? ध्यान से सुनना. अपने जीवन के हर एक अनुभूति से सीखना है. यदि हम अपने जीवन के हर एक अनुभूति से सीखेंगे तो हमको भगवान भी दुखी नहीं कर सकता. देखो, इसका एक उदाहरण देते आपको. एक बच्चा था, बम्बई की बात है. उसके पिताजी मेरे फ्रेंड थे अच्छे. हम उनके यहाँ गए किसी काम से, फिर दोनों बाहर निकले काम से. तो वो आकर के मुझे आके हक किया, स्वामी जी शुड कम मोर ऑफन, ऐसे लोग कैल कम अगेन। फिर मैंने उसको बताया, देखो हम जा रहे बाहर, तुम पापा को नहीं कहोगे कि आते समय कुछ चॉकलेट कुछ ले आना? हाँ कह दूंगा। गया, पापा व्हेन यू आर कमिंग बैक काइंडली गेट वंडरफुल चॉकलेट्स फॉर मी, ओके? पापा से ओके बेटा। हम लोग गए, घूम घाम के आए, एंड आई न्यू ही हैज़ नॉट परचेस्ड। So when I went home, I like chaos and confusion. You can never be miserable in life. If you start liking the traffic in Varanasi, you can never be miserable in life. Like many people ask me, Swamiji, why you are so fond of Varanasi? I said, because I have learned so many things from Varanasi. One of the things is traffic is so jammed, everybody dashes here and there, but nobody is miserable, nobody fights, nobody talks with each other. Why? Because they got pan in their mouth. Kai pan banaras wala. Learn. Therefore, except in the classroom, you should eat pan. Friends, you can learn anything from anywhere. See? Once you take this as your spiritual practice, I am not giving a mala in your hand. I am not telling you go to the temple and matha teko. No. Simple thing. Make a copy. I guarantee you, you will never make. Make a copy. चाय लेके आए एंड उस पर लिख दो ऊपर में, आज मैंने क्या सीखा। उस कॉपी का नाम, आज मैंने क्या सीखा। रोज एक चीज सीखो। 24 घंटे में एक तो चीज सीख सकता है आदमी, एक लिख दो उसमें, ये तारीख को ये लिखा। उसके बाद डिटो मत करना, रोज नई बात सीखनी है। देखो, तो 1 साल होने के बाद आपने 365 चीजें सीखी है। ध्यान से सुनना, दोज हु लर्न फ्रॉम एवरी एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ देयर लाइफ, दे ग्रो वाइज फर्स्ट and then old later. Those who do not learn anything from the experiences of their own life, they grow first old, later otherwise, not wise. And such old people, they are a problem for everybody. At home, around everybody. See? Because what they have done in their life, only complain. A person who is a complaint master, he has not lived a spiritual life at all. See? And this, ये हमको करना है. See, we have to live our life. We have to die our death. There is no proxy. You can't tell your wife, honey, please die for me. You can't. See? Similarly, we have to live our life, we have to die our death, and we have to learn from every experience of our life. Give it a try. Your whole life will change. And how do we know that our life is changing towards good? Upanishad says, Sarvani bhutani enam samvanchati. Everybody starts liking him or her. You are all teachers, you know this. 2 pieces of iron, and you take them separately and put in a container having iron nails. Put them and take them out. One piece of iron comes alone, other comes with dozens of iron filings attached to that. What is the difference between the two? Both are iron. But one has organized itself inside, and therefore the dormant magnetic power was invoked in him, in that piece. The other was also a piece of iron, but inside there was no organized arrangements of the atoms. See? We all are divine, essentially, necessarily. Whether you want or you don't want, you are divine. Now the question is, why this divinity is not surfacing and expressing in our life? We are like that iron piece. So what we'll do, we take that iron piece and rub it against the magnet in a proper manner, in one direction. Slowly, slowly, do it. See? The disorganized array of iron, the atoms in that ordinary iron will be reorganized. And then the dormant potentiality of magnetic beauty will be manifested in that. Externally, there will be no change. The weight won't increase. See, the size will not increase, the color will not change. All changes are required to happen inside. So in this example of iron and magnetic piece, exactly the same way, we are all irons. Now we have to rub against the magnetic piece, and that is satsanga. It is said, leaving 100 things aside, you should take bath. Leaving 1,000 things aside, you should take food. Leaving everything aside, you should attend satsanga at least one per day. It's extremely necessary. And by satsanga, I am not telling you tali bajao, ganti bajao. No. Contemplation, reflection, understanding. See? Then slowly you will start learning in this world. Like, when my talks are there on YouTube also, and we also have the online sessions, morning, evening. So there I make it very clear. There are different types of places where people gather. First is entertainment parks, free. Like Bollywood cinema, people dances or music, free. There are huge crowds. Second is the hospitals. Nobody invites us to hospital, isn't it? We ourselves go. The third place where people gather is the temples. And fourth place where the people gather is the gym. Now see the number of people attending these four places. This free entertainment Bollywood type, there will be maximum number of people because it is bhog. Constantly extrovert. Lot of people, majority fall in that category. Second are those who go to the hospital. So first are bhogi, second are rogi. See? Now the third place is the temples. Temples, outside there are beggars, inside also beggars. Longer the namaskar, longer is the list of demands. See? And then they said, forgotten again. Let my mother-in-law disappear. See? So, one place bhogi, second place rogi, in the third place kami, desires, desires, desires. Friends, desires can never be fulfilled. You have to rise above the desires. See? There is one story I read somewhere or created myself. There was a king, and he was in his assembly discussing some important matters. And he got a message that the royal child, the prince, is extremely miserable, angry, frustrated. He said, how come it is possible? Bring him, whatever he wants, give him. So the child was brought. Yes, sir, what you want? I want a buffalo. No, king said, can't you give a buffalo to the royal person? Buffalo was brought there. Buffalo was surprised. मेरे जैसा कोई भी नहीं है. Again the child started crying. Now what happened? Get some green grass for that. So green grass came. Again the child started, hey, what do you want? Feed the grass to the buffalo. The grass was fed. See, can't you give this much to the child? He is so calm and quiet now. Again, the child started crying. Oh, what happened now? Milk the buffalo. So they milk. Again he started crying. Now what you want, sir? Put the milk back in the buffalo. See, our desires are like this. There is no end to it. See, friends, how the desires are born and how they make us miserable. See, and who are those people? So they are neither bhogi, neither rogi nor kami. The fourth place was gym. Now who goes to gym? Those who are healthy and want to maintain their health, is it not? A person with a belt over here, big belt, and a stick in the hand, and will he go for weightlifting? He cannot. Satsanga is for those who are healthy. So what is the health? No more bhogi, no more rogi, no more kami. You are already healthy, all of you are healthy. You are not having food problem, you are not having shelter problem, you are perfect now. Now from here, you have to take the next flight into the last touch of our life. See, friends, lesser the desires you entertain, happier you are. It becomes very easy. So how to do that? Living at zero complaint level. It's very simple. There is one ashram.
Would you like to have tea?
No, I like to have lunch. Boshan. गला है तो खरकेगा ही. So, how these desires are creating a lot of problem for us. And what are the types of desires? See, first, we have got two things in our mind, every one of us. And those two things happen because we interact, or rather we react. See? Like this flower base here. How beautiful it is. I like it. So I have seen this object and immediately liking has happened. Why they have given me this useless plastic paper? I don't like it. So two objects. One created liking, other created disliking. This is what we are doing in our whole life. See? Something we like, something we don't like. Something we like, we don't like. Then what is our life? Whatever we like, we run after that. And whatever we don't like, we run away from that. So what is our life? Run or run? See? और जब आप दौड़ते रहोगे तो परेशान तो होगे ही ना. करना क्या है? जो है ठीक है. देखो, हम जाते हैं नर्मदा जी के किनारे, एक स्थान है, वहाँ हमारा हर साल एक रिट्रीट होता है. और वहाँ आनंदमयी माँ का आश्रम है, वहाँ होता है. तो वहाँ हम लोग जब सब लोग बैठे खाने के लिए, तो भगवान का नाम लेते हैं, आनंदमयी माँ की जय, नर्मदा मैया की जय, सब के आफ्टरवर्ड्स देयर इज लास्ट थिंग विच इज सेड, दैट पर्सन सेज आज का भोजन, then all of us have to loudly say बहुत अच्छा है before eating. Once you say before eating it is good, it will be good. Similarly, whatever job comes to you, very good, I'll do it. लेकिन मुझे ये क्यों दिया, मुझे ये नहीं चला, रोते रहो. Insist, only right things come to us because we are capable for that. See, I tell you, many years before, maybe 50 years before or so, I was very much wanting to write some books and all that. So I approached my guru. I said, sir, I want to write. Not now. I felt very bad. Again after 6 months, I want to write on this stotra. No. I was getting frustrated. 1 year gone, 2 years gone, 3rd year again I went. He told me something very beautiful. He said, तुम जब लायक बनोगे ना तो तुम्हारे पास काम आ जाएगा. ये अध्यात्म है. अपने को लायक बनाना है. See friends, हम लोगों का अप्रोच क्या होता है? दुनिया को सुधारो. आज तो कोई किसी को नहीं सुधार सका. Therefore, how do we become layak? So the first step in becoming layak is entertain minimum desires. Desires are expressed in terms of likes and dislikes. Raga dvesha. Now today all of you have come here. I don't know whether you have come because you like or you have come in spite you don't like. Now those of you have come because you like, you will be happy. And those if you have come by tying down a lead, come. Okay, आज छुट्टी थी, मोदी जी आए हुए, हम वहाँ जाने. They will stay here but miserably. And when you are miserable, I am happy. I get entertainment. See? Make this a simple point. Live at zero expectation level. See? Then what will happen? This principle, you will start living in utter present. And why we are not able to live in utter present? Because of this virus. Like we have got corona. Corona means don't do. See? But we are wanting this, I want this, I want that, suffer. Nobody can help us. Therefore, how do we get out of this wrong lifestyle and change ourselves? It's not difficult, friends. It's very simple. See? And it can be sorted out only by understanding. There is no other way, only proper understanding. Now we'll inquire deeply, be attentive. Do we have a choice that I want to live yesterday? We have no choice. Yesterday gone. Do we have a choice that I want to live tomorrow? Tomorrow has never come, it will never come. This is manufacturer's defect, it cannot be corrected. So, you cannot live tomorrow, you cannot live yesterday. Now third, do you have a choice whether you want to live or not today? Living today is a choiceless choice. You have to. See? Now be attentive. When you do something, what we do, anything or we don't do anything, what we call technically pravrutti and nivrutti. Karna ya nahi karna. What for? Think about it. They say, most of you are married. Now what for you got married? For becoming miserable? You became, that's a different issue, it's a different topic. But has any boy or a girl got married to become miserable? Nobody gets married to get miserable, but they do become. Then, second thing. Now, those who want to get divorce, see, those who separate divorce, for what? For happiness. You ask them again, are they happy? No. Then they go for again fishing. See? And then they come to know, pehla hi theek tha. See, friends. So what we have to understand is principle. Those who are observing Shivratri, Ekadashi, observing this, that, I don't eat this, I don't eat it, for what? For happiness. And those who eat and enjoy, they also eat for happiness. So conclusion is what? Life is two principles. Pravritti and Nivritti. Involvement and withdrawal. There is nothing more than this in life. Either we involve or we withdraw. And both are aimed at the same thing. We want to get rid of miseries, dukkha nivritti, and we want to attain nirankusha trupti, the absolute happiness. Is what we want. Now, if this is clear, then the next step comes. When we have no choice to go in the past and live, when we have no choice to go in the future and live, but we have to live today only. We have to live today only. So why not live today happily? Think. Now what we do? If I get married, then I will be happy in the future period of time. Once I was traveling from from Delhi to Bombay. Those days, the Rajdhanis with AC compartment has recently started. Very old story. And I was fortunately or unfortunately allotted such a seat in the sitting arrangement. On the left side, there was a huge Sindhi sitting near the window, and he was overflowing his seat. Next was my seat. On the right side, there was a young girl, and in between a Babaji. So, that Sindhi was pulling me and pushing me, and this side is firebrand. So, whole night I was doing meditation. Then, early morning, nature's call. I said, excuse me, I had to go. I went and came back. Then she started. By the way, where are you going? Because when they see us Babaji going by AC or flight, they are surprised. पैसा कहाँ से मिलता है इन लोगों को? One gentleman on Bombay airport, I was sitting comfortably waiting for the flight announcement. He came, can I sit here? I said, how do I know? Wrong question. What should be the question? May I sit here? Is it not? I don't know whether you can sit or not. मैं बैठूंगा, बैठो. आपके गुरु कौन है? तो I touched his feet. Guru Maharaj, you are my guru. He got so frustrated. How are you going? I said, by the flight. Ticket? नहीं, boarding pass है. आप लोगों के पास पैसे कहाँ से आते हैं? हमने आपके जैसे लोग मिलते तो देते हैं. जैसे अब जाओगे उसने that very time his flight was announced. ऐसे जैसे आप मुझे मिले जाओगे तो कोई दक्षिणा देके ही जाओगे ना. फंस गए. Otherwise you become angry. Who are you? महात्माओं का अपमान करते हो. अरे कोई किसी का अपमान नहीं होता. ये अपने मन की कल्पना है कि हम बड़े हैं, हम छोटे हैं. Friends, spiritual life is not becoming someone extraordinary. Drop all your extra, including fat. See? And be normal. We don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. Life becomes beautiful. See, friends. So once we take this principle that we are all carrying the burden of these desires in the form of likes and dislikes, we have to get rid of them. And this can happen only by this technique. Whatever we do in our life, we always do only in the present. Like I am talking now, in the present. Now if I have this notion, after I talk, you will be happy, and then you will give me a standing ovation, and then I will be happy. So what I am doing? I am postponing my happiness in the future period of time, is it not? And you will not do it. Then I will be miserable. Think. On the contrary, now, at the time of delivering this talk, if I am delivering happily, whether you like or not, it is your problem. I am enjoying. See, friends, don't expect happiness to come to you from the outer sources. Don't seek happiness. Express happiness. What we are doing in life, we are seeking happiness. You have got such a best opportunity in your life. Express happily for the children. One example I'll tell you, Delhi school. Somewhere, one child stood in the merit list. So naturally he was honored. I was asked to honor the child. Management, the principal, the class teacher, and other people, then his parents and me, we were called. Then program began. So many students and parents. First of all, management. We have provided such a lovely atmosphere for the studies. See the result. Then the principal. We take care of individual child. We have spent day and night and see the result. And then they say, talk to me. I said, I'll talk later. I don't know because I have not done anything. Then I said, later parents talk. Then the parents talk. See, mother, I used to take care of my son so much. I used to wake him up and give him tea, coffee, and I used to study with him. And therefore he has come in the merit list. Then they said, Swamiji, we'll talk. I said, no, first of all, let the boy talk. No, Swamiji, first you talk. I said, okay, I'll talk. Never be insistent on anything in life. Oh, ठीक है, कर लेंगे. So I started. I said, my dear child, you are good for nothing. You are in the merit list because of your management, because of your principal, because of your parents. You have done nothing. See. Then the child started. I tell you, so beautiful. He said, Swamiji, when I joined this school, I was in class 3 or class 4. I joined the school. And from then onward, there used to be one teacher, Mrs. Varghese. I still remember the teacher, and the boy I don't know. So, I remember her. And she was not teaching us because we were in class 3 or 2. But I used to like her so much. And slowly, then in 9th, 10th and 12th he came, and then she was his class teacher. Then he said, if I am in this position, it's only because of her. See? Friends, we do not know who is considering us as an ideal. Yad yad acharati shrishtaha tatta deve taro janaha sa yad pramanam kurute lokas tadanu vartate. Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita says. We are an ideal for someone or the other. And we have no business to destroy their idol of worship. We have to present them in the most ideal way. And for that you don't have to do anything. Only one thing. Express happiness through your actions, through your speech, through your thoughts. This is what that teacher, Mrs. Varghese, was doing. Although she was not concerned with the other classes, but when she will come, if the child is coming, she will just pat, hello dear, how are you, everything fine, anything you need, that's it. Friends, love is an expansion of your ego and dilution of that ego into the divine love. See, this can happen only if you have taken this firm resolution that we are here only for one purpose, to express happiness. Don't seek happiness. Teach happily. See, your whole attitude will change. But what we do, we are seeking happiness, and happiness will never come in the present. It will come in the future. Like you get married so that you will be happy. Have you anybody become happy? No. Because it is a wrong thinking. But there are people who are still happy. See? I know one old couple in Bombay. I really like both of them, highly educated. One is the retired judge of this Supreme Court or High Court, and the other one is in a very high position holder in the banks, etc. Now both of them are old, very close to me. They give me very good food, therefore they are good. So, they have no complaint about anybody. I have not heard one single word from him against his wife. I have not heard one single word from her about her husband. And then they say, I said, Mama, what is the secret of your happiness? He says, Swamiji, we don't complain, we don't argue, we don't discuss anything. After our jobs are over, when we have music, we have bhajan kirtan going on, and nicely we go for various places for a vacation, and we enjoy. I said, then do you ask anything for God? Yes. What is that? You will be rarely listening this. Both of them said, Swamiji, she said, honey, shall I tell? So you tell. Because their prayer is common. What is the prayer? Prayer is, O Lord, wife says, O Lord, let my husband die first. The husband says, O Lord, let my wife die first. Then I should die. Both are very old. I said, what is this peculiar prayer? Swamiji, she said, I know he doesn't know how to make a cup of tea. If I die and go, see, this is love. Who will look after him? He will suffer. See, what a great thinking it is. Marna to hai. How simple it is, friends. Instead of adding more number of years to your life, add life to every year that you live. See? Kurvanneveha karmane jiji visheshatakam sama. Upanishad says, live dynamically, never retire in life. But how? Kurvanneveha karmane jiji visheshatakam sama. Desiring to live 100%, this is a normal translation, which we don't subscribe to that. Live 100% every moment. And whenever you are 100% integrated, you are divine. Our condition is, एक दिल के टुकड़े 1000 हुए, कोई यहाँ गिरा, कोई वहाँ गिरा. देखो महाराज. Therefore, as a teacher, most of the teachers join not out of love for the teaching profession, but out of the necessity. But now, this don't take it as a necessity, but take it as an opportunity and grow spiritually, so that there will be no regrets at the end of life. In old age, two things suffocate a person. This comes in Upanishad. Kimahagam sadhuna karavam, kimaham papam akaravam iti. When I was young, that time, why I didn't go the right way? When I was young, why I did not do the right things? Because in the old age, we have got 24 hours to live. Therefore, I told you, don't retire, keep yourself occupied, something or the other. And you are being this profession, you can take up to teaching, something or other, keep yourself occupied. And in that we can grow spiritually. This is the ultimate of human existence. Ahara nidra bhaya maithunam cha samanya etat pashubhi nirnam dharmo hite cham adhiko visheshaha dharmena hina pashubhi samana. Eating, sleeping, sense of insecurity and procreation, common for human beings and animals. If this is only we have achieved in our life, God will correct his mistake. Sorry, I made you human beings. Go back to the pig and continue. Here we are only for remaining a fit instrument so that divine can express through us. So the last thought. Therefore, what is the fit instrument? Physically we should be fit. Mentally we should be fit. Emotionally we should be fit. Intelligently we should be fit. I am not saying intellectually. Intelligently we should be fit. And when you are a fit instrument, divine will choose you to express through you. Let him express through us. Life is fulfilled. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.